Hello, so good to meet you at our global motivational meeting. We are reading World Scriptures book. These God's words that empower billions of people, family, communities, countries, and the whole world. And will help you to just read these quotes and think about them, that God could give you tips for happy life and prosperity. As we're reading this holy book from the beginning, please find all the chapters at our Message to Billion channel. And also you may turn on suggestion playlists and listen God's words. Stay blessed all the day. Let's see what God prepared for us today. As we are reading about society, ideal society, allocating a community's wealth to provide economic security for all. First quote: when you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not reap your field to its very border, neither shall you gather the grainings after you harvest, and you shall not strip your vineyard bare, neither shall you gather the fallen grapes of your vineyard. You shall leave them for the poor and for the sojourner. I am the Lord your God. Another quote: at the end of every 7 years, you shall grant a release. And this is the manner of the release. Every creditor shall release what he had lent to his neighbor. He shall not exact it of his neighbor, his brother, because the Lord's release has been proclaimed. For there will be no poor among you, for the Lord will bless you in the land which the Lord your God give you for an inheritance to possess. If only you will obey the voice of the Lord your God, being careful to do all these commandments. Another quote: thus it is manifest that the best political community is formed by citizens of the middle class, and that those states are likely to be well administered in which the middle class is large and stronger is possible than both the other classes. Another quote: now the company of those who believe were of one heart and soul, and no one said that any of the things which he possessed was his own, but they had everything in common. And with great power, the apostles gave their testimony to the resurrection of the Lord Jesus, and great grace was upon them all. There was not a needy person among them. For as many as we possessed of land, of house, sold them and brought the proceeds of what was sold and laid it at the apostles' feet, and distribution was made to each as any had need. Further, let's read quotes from St. Messiah, Father, Son, and Moon. In the ideal world, all the life's activities and labors will be expressed in the practice of joyful service for the sake of others based on heart of love. Therefore, there will be equality in standards of living. Your financial life should not be centered only on the needs and desires of your own family. You should live with the others in the community in mind, some of whom are wealthy, some middle class, and other poor, and place yourself in the middle range. Your community should have a monthly meeting to determine the range of the top, middle, and bottom third of people incomes and what are each family living expenses. Then through discussion, they should determine the following month budget, which every family should observe. If we live by this principle, our way of life will be guaranteed. When you receive your monthly salary, you will compare your living expenses with the average of people better off and worse off than yourself. And based on whether you are in the top, middle, or bottom third, you will give a certain portion of your salary to help those in need. You will make this your consistent practice. If you do not, your life can be invaded by the spirit world. The spirit world operates this way. You cannot live just accumulating money, as in the world of capitalism. I do not have money stored up. In the future, when your children are living with you, they should not live better than your neighbor's children. If you have only 3 children, while the average number of children per family in your neighborhood is 4 or 5, you should willingly help other families to equalize their standards of living with yours. Families with fewer children should offer financial help to the families with more children. Since you are all brothers and sisters in God's family, you should think of your neighbor's children as your nephews and nieces. The children should marry each other, strengthen the bond between those who offer help and those who receive help. Such relationships expand the foundation of peace. The direction of politics should be oriented to true love, centering on the ideal family. Economic and all activities of culture should likewise be centering on true love. If they continue as they have been, things will go wrong again and again. The world should inevitably become one and do so centering on economy, not on politics. Political systems are based upon the governing class and a governed class. The world of peace and unification can only be realized when such things disappear, and the world moves to a system of management based on economic relations. Once the world adopts the paradigm of global family, we will enter the era of equalization, arriving at a single standard of living, and the peace that flows from it is a task for the economy. We should leave behind systems of governance based on concept of struggle or notions of superiority and inferiority. Things should develop through relationships based on love. In the ideal world established by people who have perfected God's love, the purpose of the whole and the purpose of the individual will be in natural harmony. Because human beings have desire and a natural inclination toward love, God permits us to have individual ownership and pursue our individual purposes. Even so, we would not pursue unlimited wealth or go after deviant purposes that might harm the purpose of the whole. Perfected human beings will only hold on to property for their individual possessions according to their status in agreement with their conscience and the original nature. Especially people who have become true owners will pursue all the economic activity in the spirit of love and gratitude. Hence, there could not be no greed or corruption. Neither would they insist on the interest of nation or religion inconsistent with the purpose of the whole. The aim of economic activity is the welfare of everyone rather than the mere pursuit of individual profit. This is the way of mutual prosperity based on God's true love. Through mutual participation, political life would realize the ideal of freedom, equality, and happiness. The system in the spirit world is organized based on life. There is no politics. It is a world where the family ideal is expanded, centering on the direct love of God. Politicians being according to which way the wind blows and hold to the concept of struggle. Hence, they do not hesitate to use any means to accomplish their goals. However, such a thing does not exist in the spirit world. The spirit world's main concern is how to improve the caliber of human life based on an economic that promotes an equal standard of living for all. We should establish such a system on earth as well. True love transcends politics and economics. true love goes beyond power, money, knowledge, or anything else. How do we live when we center on true love? We help everyone to have an equal standard of living. We should not accomplish this by political means through enlarging the power of government. We do not do it by expanding the scope of our life for the betterment of others. That is the kingdom of heaven and earth. So powerful quotes for today. If you have difficulties, please watch on my time this video or share this video as we end this billion Happy Life subscribers marathon. Contact me for consultation, cooperation, and become a member of this Heavenly Parents Holy community globally. Receive Heavenly Kingdom citizenship right now, and contact is below. Turn on suggested playlist, choose the best one that fit to you, and listen God's word. Stay God blessed all day. See you tomorrow. Yours, Nicolae Cirpala. Bye-bye.